Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner, and welcome to Selling Power's Daily Report. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Linda Richardson. She is the founder of Richardson Training. Welcome, Linda.
Very happy to be here today. Thank you.
You just handed me a wonderful present, a new book that she wrote called Perfect Selling. Linda, what's the book about?
Well, the message is that every salesperson can have a perfect sales call, have many perfect sales calls. And salespeople out there, it's rough, and many of them are good, and there are a lot that are very good. But with all of the work that I've done and watching them in sales calls and team calls and coaching and working with sales managers, there aren't enough superb salespeople. And I think they strive, they want to be as good as they can be. And I've analyzed what's the problem, and there are a lot of factors. They have to really have a lot of knowledge. They have to understand their industries and their customers. They have to understand how to use and maximize technology. And then there's the sales call. And this book says the time that you're in the moment with the customer, the door has closed, you are in the moment. If you can be superb in that, it's one terrific way to really maximize and improve your results.
Linda, the book has a subtitle, Open the Door, Close the Deal.
Yes.
What is more difficult for a salesperson, getting into the door or closing the deal?
I think at the end of the day, it's always closing the deal. I think that's where the focus is, that's where the energy and the effort is. Certainly, it's not easy to get in to see prospects, but I think once they're in, particularly in the economy that we're in right now, there's a lot of pressure on closing and closing ratios, improving the closing ratio. But I think it's a continuum. You've got to be good at all of the parts of the process. And when you finally do get in to see that customer, how do you use every single minute so that you're differentiating yourself, you're in control of that call, you know what you're doing, and what I've done is I've taken a look at that, I've put it under the microscope and said, okay, you will know that call like you know the palm of your hand. And now everything else it's almost like you're populating a field. You know the call so well, and now you can bring in your knowledge, expertise, experience, personality, style. So it's a blend of the science of selling and then the art. They bring the art, the passion.
Linda, when you say you know that call, what
Right.
does that exactly mean? Is that knowledge of the process or knowledge of what's going to happen with the customer?
It's really the knowledge, the underlying knowledge of the process. For example, I've watched salespeople, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and I'm amazed that the call is scattered. They're here and there, and they're asking a question, and then they're positioning something, and then they're going back to something, and they're sort of at the end when they should be in the middle. And they have all this knowledge and all of this ability and all this passion to do well, but it's scattered. So I said, if you can take 20 minutes a day for 1 week, you're going to learn the 5 things. So for example, to answer your question, in the opening, what do you do in the opening? So I and I call that connect. The purpose of that is to connect. And you have to do 4 things in there. First of all, obviously, the greeting and rapport. And you say, well, that's nothing, but it isn't nothing. And as the book Blink shows, even that greeting, that first few seconds, and then rapport. Most salespeople don't leverage rapport to the extent of doing their homework, so they can build rapport. Personal rapport, business rapport, it can take a minute. Mm-hmm. And then, what do you do after rapport? A lot of them are saying, well, if I get into rapport, how do I get out of it? How do I get to tell my story? Just summarize the events that got you there. So it would be, Gerhard, thank you so much for speaking with me on the phone on Tuesday, and I'm so happy to be here. Then leverage your preparation. I've spent hours getting ready to meet with you. I've brought my specialists in. I've talked to my operations people, but they don't leverage the preparation. So I say, in preparation for the call, I've done A, B, and C. So you've used up 2 minutes.
Right.
Absolutely, and you could really earn more time. And then you've summarized how you've gotten there. You move immediately into your purpose defining, and I call it the dual purpose of the call. Most people say, I'm here to talk about X, my agenda. Mm-hmm. But the dual purpose is, I'm here to learn more about the initiative to expand that we discussed on the phone. That's the one part of the dual purpose. And then to see how we might be able to support you with our team of whatever. And you have one more thing, the 4 actions. Then you have to exit out, and you have a fork in the road. Do you want to go to product or do you want to go to needs? And here I say, before I tell you about that, may I ask some questions to better understand? And you're out of connect. So if you know that, really know it, then all of your talent, your knowledge, your experience, your personality, you fill it in, you populate it.
Thank you, Linda. We're going to continue our conversation with Linda Richardson tomorrow, where we talk about how sales managers can use this book to coach their people.